Hi, everybody. Happy 2024. I'm just back from San Diego, and I wanted to share a few things with you about what's been going on with me and what I have scheduled that you can participate in for free. And in San Diego, I was there on a speaking engagement at the Conference for Consciousness and Human Evolution, ordinarily over here in London, but they're starting to take this conference on the road around the world. And I was speaking with my dear friends, Bruce Lipton, Greg Braden, and so many more. But the thing I want to tell you about is what happened at the end of my talk. So, as usual, I put the audience, and this time it was an audience of about 1,000, into Power of Eight groups and walk them through the entire procedure. And as we often do, we had amazing healings, but this time they were off the chart. We had so many people in the audience who had been in pain or impaired in some way, and suddenly that vanished in that 10-minute intention. Two of my favorites have to do with one woman with Lyme disease whose knee had been really destroyed through the illness. And she was having trouble walking on it and in a lot of pain. They did an intention for her group, and she was suddenly out of pain and was able to walk normally. But my favorite of the weekend was a young fellow who had had some spinal issues, and the doctors gave him a drug. I think it was a certain kind of potent antibiotic, and it paralyzed him on the entire right side. Now, he improved over time, but 9 years later was still paralyzed partially in his shoulder and in his right leg. His group did an intention for him, and he came and showed me afterward, and I actually videoed him. I'm going to be sharing with you soon his testimonial that he now can move it. And he showed me in person what was going on with him. So these are the kinds of miracles I see all the time, not over years of practice or hours of priming, but in 10 minutes in the power of a group. So I wanted to share that with you because it was amazing. I also wanted to share with you my busy month because, believe it or not, 6 of my family members, including me, have birthdays in January. So it's a really busy time for my family. One of my daughters, my son-in-law, myself, my husband, and believe it or not, my brother and his spouse are all born in January. So it's a heavy time for the McTaggart Hubbard family. But I wanted to also share with you some things that you can do with me over the next month. I'm having, as you probably know, conversations with all kinds of notables in our new age and new science field. So I've just completed one with Janet Atwood about finding your true passion in life. And next week, I'm going to be holding an amazing conversation with John Gray, the famous author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. He's a relationship expert, and we're going to be talking about how to heal your relationships and also use the power of 8 and the power of intention to heal relationships, including those with people you don't get along with. In fact, people who disagree with everything you stand for. That's one of the pillars of some of the work I do with intention, and we're going to be really diving deeply into that subject of relationships. So that's on January 25th. Then on February 1st, I'm going to have a free conversation with Marisa Peer. She is the originator of rapid transformational therapy and a hypnotherapist and psychotherapist. She's developed a way people can cut through years of therapy and talking, etc., to heal rapidly. And we share a lot in the sense that both of our work involves healing essentially very, very quickly. So we want to share with you some of her experiences and what she does, and some of my experiences in many of the people who are involved with the work I do and talk to me about extraordinary healings, improvements, and so on. So we're going to be doing that. And finally, on February 13th, I'm going to have a conversation with that spiritual guru, Marianne Williamson. Now, as you may know, Marianne is running for public office in America, but this conversation of ours is for people of every political persuasion. As you know, everyone is welcome in my church, Republicans or Democrats. So we're going to be talking about something that's going to span the aisle, and that is all about spiritual activism and what each of us can do and needs to do in order to change the current crises we're all living with in every sector of society. So make sure to tune in on all of those talks. They're free. You have an opportunity to ask both of us questions each time if you join Zoom. We only have room for 1,000 people, and people sign up, huge numbers of people sign up. But you can still tune in on my Facebook page or the Facebook page of my guest. So note down those dates and be sure to be there. So I've got a busy month, and there's only one day I'm going to take off, and that's January 23rd, because it's my birthday. And I hope to celebrate another year of what I hope to be is ageless. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you again soon.